What God cannot do does not exist. My name is Mrs. Edozie, and I'm giving this testimony from Lagos, Nigeria. It all started when my only son, was diagnosed of lymphoblastic leukemia, and they said that he had to undergo chemotherapy for the treatment that will last for 8 years. But before we start the chemo, that we have to go and deposit his sperm, because at the end of the day, that when he grows, he might not be able to bear children, and we have to keep up to 15 million naira for the treatment. And they just gave us, they said that the guarantee that they are giving, that after the treatment that he will survive, is just 40% guarantee. I started crying. I don't know what to do. So my cousin's wife sent me the link, but due to the running around, I didn't join. But later, my sister and my brother's wife sent me the videos, which we started joining and praying. And when we started joining, they were mentioning his case. In fact, my faith grew because of that. And I was praying seriously, and I was telling God that he will not undergo this chemo, that God will heal him, that God will heal him. In fact, during that period, he started developing so many things. He started having bloated tummy, he started having difficulty in breathing, he started blood spotting everywhere, blood clotting, even in his teeth. Blood clots, they were coming out from his mouth, his nose, his ears. In fact, it was much, with blisters on his tongue. He found it so difficult to even swallow anything, to even eat. But we kept on praying and believing in God. So on the 1st of June, I joined, and it was a mercy prayer, and we were praying. And Pastor, you said we should pick a date and prophesy on it. And I picked the 10th of June. I said, God, on the 10th of June, I want my son to be back home, hale and healthy. Even him told me one day that as the prayer we are going on, that he even mentioned the case of somebody that had bloated tummy, that is healed. Even along the prayer too, there was a day you called that somebody that had issues in their blood cells, that they are healed. And Pastor, we are claiming all of them, and we are praying, because during that period, his blood cells, his red blood cells, his white blood cells, his platelets, everything was coming down. So they were trying to stabilize him for the chemo. But on the 7th of June, they booked him for the chemo. But then I was praying, I said, God, I have already chosen 10th, and I believe that 10th, that Lord, you will do what you said you will do, because I believe that he will not undergo that chemo. So on that very day, I don't know what happened. My husband just told them that he felt that his son is healed, that he doesn't want him to undergo the chemo again. They said that he can never be fine because he has the leukemia, and the only way that he will get better is for him to undergo that chemo. And my husband was telling them, if there is a way we can redo the biopsy. They said, no, that we can never redo the biopsy, that we must undergo the chemo. My husband said no. So, Pastor Jerry, that Tuesday, they just went, but they did the blood test. In fact, we had to do it in 2 different labs. And the result came, Pastor Jerry, his white blood cell has increased, his red blood cell has increased, his platelets had gone up very high. We are so happy. So on the 10th, they came and said, since we are not agreeing for the chemo, that clinically he's all right, that they are discharging us, but they told us to come for a clinic the next Thursday. And that next Thursday we went, and they redid the blood count again. Pastor Jerry, this time everything was increasing ×2 of what it increased the last time they checked it. That Tuesday he was supposed to do the chemo. So Pastor Jerry, they said we should come again on upper Thursday. So when we went again, they were still pressurizing us to do, and my husband said no. And because of that, they said that is the drugs that they are giving him that is making the platelets and everything to come out. So because of that, they stopped giving him the drugs and everything, and they said we should not come to the clinic again until we are ready for the chemo. That was how we left. Then Pastor Jerry, after 3 weeks, we went to do the blood count again. Pastor Jerry, this is the results of the blood count. The white blood cell, everything, they are perfect. None is reducing, even after 3 weeks of not taking those drugs that they claim is what is making his cells to go up, white blood, everything. Look at it to Pastor Jerry. Everything is perfect after 3 weeks. Everything perfect. And my son has been healed. No signs of the leukemia again, the bloated tummy, the difficulty in breathing, the sweating, everything gone, Pastor Jerry. The way you even eat now is so alarming. So I want to return all the glory to God for doing this, because it is only God that did this. So I want to thank you, Pastor Jerry. May God continue to bless you and bless your crew for all that you're doing, for the endless prayers. May God continue to bless you. Thank you so much, Pastor Jerry, because what our God cannot do does not really exist. What God cannot do does not exist. Oh.